Paul, are you home? Let me test the audio. Paul, how's the audio? Standing. Eric, how you doing? How this is gonna work. I need to hear Dan. Wondering if that's gonna create an echo. I'm gonna have to wear headphones. Oh, cool. Take pictures of that. I'd like to see more stuff like that. Make it to the forum if that's okay.
Hello,
What's up, Dan?
can you hear me?
I can't. We need to figure out though if I need to wear headphones because I'm wondering if there's going to be an echo. Can somebody tell me if they're getting a nasty echo from Dan? Let's see here. Can you hear me?
I hear you. I'm trying to
Okay.
flip my picture.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to get this thing to work. How does this work?
More. Minimize, background filters, raise hand, cancel. I don't know how to flip it on this phone.
On Zoom, it's going to be there by the.
Oh,
Let me see here. Huh. Almost too here. Let me see. I flew too close to the sun.
okay.
What's going on there?
Oh, just stuff. I got my little Unimat laid out. So if you get yours out and there's any, I had to hustle to get it because I messed with it so much last spring when I sent that to you that I probably sent you a bunch of parts so they would work for you, but I had to make myself some new ones and it's cool. Now,
I'm having a hard time with my phone about this phone thing. Yeah, it's kind of not working very well. Oh, I see what I got to do. Oh my god.
you see my picture, right?
Oh yeah.
Is that the size you want it? I think that's
Yeah.
what it does.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do whatever, however it works.
With this
People-
tripod, we can carry it around. Can you get me a clamp?
Clamp, which kind of clamp?
This, those F clamps.
Okay.
This thing. Now we're cooking. Can you see what I'm doing?
What?
Can you see what I'm doing?
Can I see what you're doing?
Yeah.
I see a Paisley, or no, I see a SG or something
Yeah.
red and really
It should-
grungy.
It should be a Gretsch. Let me see here. So my mic isn't. Oh, come.
No, I'm seeing an old SG that had a bunch of holes in it.
Oh yeah, no, I managed to switch my camera off. So
There's the old Gretsch, poor thing.
yeah, let me see if it's switching to me on Zoom for if I'm talking. It's not. It looks like you have control of the thing.
Of the what?
Oh, I got a little bit of a hey Steve Strings, how you doing? I'm just trying to see if it's switching back and forth. I got a little bit of a lag on the Instagram here. Yeah, I'm getting it. I don't think I'll have to figure out how to make this I was trying to make this thing work and it was like busking the charging cord. So I'm just gonna have to go like this and people have to deal with the back of my head. We'll figure that out for next time. So what are you working on today?
Ooh,
You.
right now I'm making a little rosewood plug that I'm gonna put on my lathe, my little Unimat. And oh, the dabbling stick hole on this.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a piece of rosewood Brazilian that really looks a lot like this.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's on my
Can
little
we-
tenor.
Are you at liberty to look at your potential new guitar? Is that banjo tuners on there?
Yeah, this is an old tenor from the 30s.
Yeah. Must be early 30s with those things on there.
Yep, and it's bar frets. I've had it for years, many stories to it.
Uh-huh.
Been fixed rather poorly in places and bashed up, but it's the cute little thing.
Is that
And,
a 15 or what is the number on that?
It doesn't even have a number.
No number, huh?
It's just a little Martin tenor. And it's almost like a baritone lute.
Does that have like a Tony Rice sound hole on it? That sound hole looks big.
Oh, it's just single, a little black, white, black,
Oh,
white,
okay.
black.
Yeah.
And I've had it for years. Then many years ago, I gave it to Don McCrosty when his son Devin was little. I said, let Devin play on this.
Uh-huh.
And then at some point, Don McCrosty gave it to Zeke Hutchinson here in town, who's the world's greatest mandolin player.
Uh-huh.
And I rebuilt a mandocello for him. It was something that a luthier made here in Ohio, and it had some neck problems, bad truss rod install. I got it playing, and he has no money, very little. And he says, how much do I owe you? And I say, oh man, you don't owe me anything. And he says, do you trade? And I go, yeah, what? Sure, what do you got? And he goes, I got a little, I'll go get it. And he brings in this Martin tenor that was once mine.
Uh-huh.
And I go, shit. Hell yes, I'll trade. That's my old little Martin.
Uh-huh.
And he was thrilled because he's not playing it, but he had been. So I got it back. And now I took the neck off last year when we were doing javelin stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't put it on yet. I've got to.
Oh. Yeah.
Sweet little. Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna need. What?
Oh, I was saying we were all popping a lot of necks back then that sometimes had a hard time getting back on.
Ain't that the truth?
But yeah, hey, can we talk about your new guitar or is that still secret? Hi, Elise.
No, hell,
Hi.
it's no secret. It's not mine till I call the guy and give him the money.
Uh-huh.
But I feel pretty confident about it. Joan said it's okay. I'm gonna have to sell a couple things,
Yeah.
but
I think that always winds up doing everybody's spirit a little bit of good. Lose a couple things to gain a couple things.
it's a cute little pumpkin colored piece of nice spruce. That bridge is off clean. There's glue all around it, and I'll probably try to remove it. There's stuff around the bridge. It looks like smudges around the mouth after somebody ate a chocolate cupcake or something.
Uh-huh.
But the wood is so good that there's just no spruce pulled off it, you know?
Uh-huh.
I guess
Oh,
that
yeah,
means
that high glue just failed. It got crunchy, didn't it? And failed nice, didn't it?
yeah, I heated it. I actually did something I'd never done before. I'll show you a picture of it. Now you have the camera. Okay.
Let me know what to do.
You just take a picture. I'm gonna come over there. If I can find it.
Dan, Tony Murphy says you had to sell me in order to get that guitar. I don't know how that would work.
How to do what?
He said you had to sell me to get that guitar. I don't know how that would work. You'd have to probably sublet me from my wife. Hey, Steve Strings. I don't know if I've seen you before. Brian, how you doing, man?
you want me to bring this over so it's facing you?
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
Dan, do you like mechanical pencils?
I do. Do you?
I just always, I don't know, I always wind up, like the point isn't sharp, and then I find myself a lot of times I'm like at the end of the lead and I'm fighting with it. to
I get the cheap ones, plastic ones, and just poke about an eighth of an inch out and sharpen it on 600 and get the finest little point.
Uh-huh,
I go through them like water.
yeah.
But I love all kinds of pencils. Here's the little thing I did yesterday, if you can see this.
Do you have a mechanical pencil sharpener, or do you use just to put it on the sandpaper and twirl it?
Just sandpaper. What I did was I wanted to get under this back corner on this bridge. So I took a 2000 feeler gauge in this machinist edge and I super glued it down. So I had a stiff little knife,
Yeah.
and I went like that around it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Got all the way around the bridge. And then I only had the center left to kind of very gently feel, and I got that.
Yeah, man, that's clean.
So that's the original bridge, and I don't see anything wrong with it.
Except it's got that dumb taper to the treble side. I hate that. Makes it hard
Well,
to set the.
That's the way they are, though.
I know. What's that? What's the story on that pick guard? Is it the camera, or does it look a little redder than I'm thinking a 30s ought to be?
No, it's got, well, the finish is so orange,
Oh, okay.
but I'd say that's the color.
Yeah.
It's dark. It's a
Is that
little
coming
loose,
up?
right? Loose right there.
What do you like to reglue those with?
I think this one I would just put some wet high glue under that edge
Yeah.
because it's down pretty tight except right here. You can
Yeah.
see it. I can
No,
get under that.
No pick guard crack?
Oh. I'm gonna put a mirror inside it.
Yeah, let's take a look at that bridge plate, man. Steve wanted to know, he picked up a banjo that has the fretboard separated about 3 inches at the headstock and neck. What are your thoughts on how to attack it?
Let's find the little. I don't think I have
Yeah. I'm a big fan. Like a lot of times, if those are starting to run, like it's best just to pop them off and redo them. Oh, Dan, Corey wanted to know how those how your little brace jacks are doing.
Say what?
Corey wanted to know how your brace jacks are coming along. You getting any ready to sell?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it after this weekend. They're just sitting here in a box. It's just crazy the way I work sometimes. I don't think this camera can zoom. I don't know if it can.
No, once you're in the Zoom app, you lose those functions. But if you tap on the bridge plate, you might be able to get a little bit of focus. Or yeah, on the camera, if you tap on the bridge plate, it might focus better. It always has a problem with anything with mirrors like that.
No, you
Whenever-
can't see anything. This just has a crack along the bridge pin holes.
Yeah,
I had a 39 D18 and this bracing is exactly the same. Very light and scalloped.
yeah.
Very delicate. Must be a hell of a sounding guitar. I strung it up just to see what the bridge was like, and yeah, it's gonna be a killer.
Are you gonna pull that bridge plate?
I don't know. I'm
I-
gonna talk to you and everybody else and get the opinions, you know?
Well, my opinion is you gotta pull it, but you know, the last one I did, I put a damp paper towel on for a day, and man, did it come out clean. I couldn't believe how clean it came out.
Did you use any heat?
I did, but I did a very subtle heat. Like I basically took one of the bridge plate, like the LMI bridge plate blankets, and put it in there, and it was so low heat that I could like hold on to it with my hand. I put like a glove, like a glove on, and then just held it around in certain spots, and just got it kind of warm. And that moisture that was introduced into the maple was just super active.
Take that camera.
The
Just
camera.
do whatever Ian wants you to do.
Yeah, just pointed at Dan's smiling face there.
Hold on, I'm trying.
I don't know, man. It's such a minor split.
Yeah,
This bridge plate is really thin.
yeah. It's probably why it split. The top's in good shape though.
Yeah, it is. It's just flat and gorgeous. I'd be a fool to argue with the guy.
Yeah.
There's a little split that doesn't go beyond the two outside E strings. It runs between them. Right dead center through the holes. And it's barely open, but you can see it.
Uh-huh. Well, I think on those things, like all I can do is add my opinion to the pile, but I'm a big believer in pulling those bridge plates once they crack. It's just good to get like something riffs on in there, something, because if you did that have string tension on it when it came to you?
Not really, because they were so old that some of them were just flopping around.
Yeah, I mean, you could try to repair it, but I mean, I'd watch it with an eagle eye, and then the first indication that it was breaking the top, like, is it loose at the front edge? Does it
Nah,
have no
got-
gap at the front edge?
it's got some crunchy hide glue
Yeah,
that you could pick off with your fingernail.
might be worth to pick it off and see if it's gapping at the front. If it was gapping at the front, I'd definitely pull it, because it'll wind up breaking that top. But I'd ask TJ too.
I'm gonna go in there. Maybe I'll stick something in there right now. I broke my little 9-inch inspection light.
Matthew, so the thing that I did was I basically put just a very damp paper towel on the bridge plate, and I set the guitar upside down with the damp paper towel on the bridge plate over, and that was it. So it wasn't actually the spruce didn't receive any moisture from that. Like the spruce was maybe just like a little bit overhydrated, but mostly the maple bridge plate took it up.
Then you came back in with heat the next morning.
Yeah, the next morning, and boy, it came out. There's a picture of it on my Instagram. It came out so dang clean. And actually, I used that technique. I don't know if you saw that 021 that I took all apart, but I took the top off with the binding still on it. I did the same thing to the kerfing on that. I basically put damp paper towels on the kerfing, and then put a brace jack in there, and
I remember.
jack
I
the top
remember.
up. Corey, I think that's a 0018. Is that a 0018, Dan?
Yeah. I think. No,
Yeah,
it's a
triple
double
O.
O.
Double O?
Yeah.
Are those more, people like the triple O's more or the double O's more?
I always figured people like the triple O's.
Yeah, because they're just closer to the dreadnought. Double O's kind of took off in popularity. I forget I think somebody popular was playing them for a while.
I'm gonna look it up. I like the double O size better.
So do you feel like that neck's coming off of there too?
On the Martin,
Yeah.
well, it has to come off.
Okay. Do you want to pull out do you want to get lined out on the resistance heaters on that one?
I really do.
Okay. Corey Williams says triple O's are more expensive, but he thinks double O's are the best. Yeah, double O's are really taking off in popularity. There's something about that size. I think it's they're a little sweeter for certain applications. Cody wants to know if you're thinking about refretting this one.
This Martin?
Yeah, are you going to refret it with the next set? You think?
Oh, I would certainly want to keep that in mind
Yeah.
when I set the neck. The frets are in remarkably good shape for such an old guitar.
Well, it's got a killer patina to it.
It's that pumpkin color.
Yeah. Some Santa Cruzes get that color. You ever notice that? Some of those like late 80s, some of the early Santa Cruz Guitar Company guitars get real orange.
I
Is that
don't
the
remember.
wood or finish, do you think?
Say what?
You think that's the wood or the finish?
I think it's both.
Yeah.
These frets are not very tall.
What do you think? 30?
29 to 27. In that range.
Yeah.
Up on the extension. 31. I think the frets were low back then, though. So yeah, I'd probably fret it.
Cody, I don't think there are bar frets on that one.
No.
Yeah, what you know what year the last bar frets were? Was that like 30, 34 or something like that?
right in there. I think so. So this one, all this time I was thinking it was a triple O,
Yeah.
but it's a double O.
Does that change your metric for buying it?
Not a hell of a lot, no. It just looks so big, I just thought it was a triple O.
You know, I can't. A lot of times I get confused on those by the eye. You know, the double O's are. I have to look at them twice. I can usually tell a single O from everything, but
Sure.
doubles and triples, and don't ask me to spot a triple from an OM from a distance either. I got to pull out I got to measure them.
Yep, me too. So this is, it's got a little crack in the bridge plate, nothing huge, like it might not ever go anywhere. How many layers of paper towel did you use?
I probably doubled it over. You know, I think I cut it out into the shape of a bridge plate. I want to say I probably used a piece, probably about like this. Can you see that?
You'd
And then
have,
I snipped it out, and I got it right up. So the one that I did was tucked, and so I got that paper towel right up on the tuck too, so that it was introducing moisture into the tuck area. That I think that was a big deal.
sometimes I'll slide a feeler gauge between the top and the plate, and I have a little upside down saw with a depth stop on it. I can saw through the bridge plate.
Yeah, that's what Hugh does. He gets he works the feeler gauge through the center and then comes back with like a little blitz saw and cuts it in half so that he can release it. That one I pulled out. It was coming out so clean that even if it had broken, so it came out in pieces, but it would have pulled out from the tuck in one piece. It was so compliant. Cody, those are not bar frets. Yeah, not bar frets. I already answered that. So. Do. So you think you're still interested in getting it?
Oh, yeah. Maybe more so.
Yeah.
So I have this little block with set screws on it that I can put a blade in it
Uh-huh.
and lock it and have just as much sticking out as I want.
Yeah.
And then I can go in there with it and carefully saw the crosswise on the bridge plate.
Yeah.
And it comes out. I can also use this thing. Depends how much.
What's your do you have anything that's bent for going back behind and grabbing the back side of the bridge plate for starting
sure.
that, or do you pretty much use feeler gauge? What's your preferred tool for getting back behind the bridge plate?
Lots of bridge pad chisels, bent ones.
Can I see one of those? You know, one thing I'd say about the doing the moisture is that I think you'd want to use something. I used something plastic to go in there. Like I cut up some of the plastic putty knives from Home Depot, because once there's moisture involved, if you use something steel or even stainless steel, it tends to kind of darken the wood. If it's at all kind of like on the damper side.
On the inside, you mean?
Yeah.
But hopefully it would only darken the bridge pad.
Yeah. Sometimes I find when that steel comes in contact with the spruce in there, sometimes it gets the spruce a little dark too, but. I don't care about, you can send me Mountain Michael Bolton songs.
That's smaller.
Dan, you want to take a look at that mill?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Or you want to keep rolling on the Martin?
I cut this one of TJ Thompson's belly reducer things.
Uh-huh.
I cut it down to fit this guitar. That probably wouldn't hurt and make any black marks.
No, probably not. Is that aluminum?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably be fine.
And sometimes I will probably cut a piece of felt and wet that.
Yeah.
Double stick tape it to this. And I've got some felt of different thicknesses and it seems to hold water a long time. I'll be trying that.
Are you using felt instead of paper towel?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think that sounds like a good thing.
I've done it before and it stays wet. It's one step at a time. I was looking for some bridge knives.
All right. Oh. Can you hear my wife teaching upstairs, Dan?
Do what?
Can you hear my wife teaching upstairs?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. You get a really good lesson on early American history. Hold on, I'm gonna switch my this doesn't work.
Give it to you to carry around.
Okay. Sorry.
Hi.
Wait, 1 second. I have to zoom this back around.
You can
Okay,
put on.
here we go.
What happened?
Do you want me to leave it? I have it on that still. I put it back on that.
Yeah, leave it on that. You can show them what we're doing here.
What you doing to that Rick?
Well, it's been here for a while. It has a killer straight neck with the highest action in the world. And I had hoped that by refretting it with taller frets, it would help enough, but it still didn't. So we bought one of these fancy bridges at a replacements for him. and I inlaid it into the top.
Okay.
And then I inlaid the pickup into the top. It had to go lower because of this neck set was glued in and wrong. And
Is
it's
that-
an old one.
Yeah.
Now we're trying to balance out this. And I got Elise out spraying this little tapered wedge
Uh-huh.
that slides under it and raises it so that the strings don't hit the cover.
Uh-huh. Oh, cool.
Now we're gonna paint it black. And then it should be done, because by lowering the bridge and consequently the pickup to go with it, the strings could hit the chassis of this handrest,
Uh-huh.
but now they don't. And it plays great. I must have put this bridge down in 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah. It looks clean. Was that hard?
In the milling machine, you mark all around with a knife, then put tape up to it in case it chips. The tape might hold it down. But I did everything up to about a 3/16 of an inch to the edge, and then I finished it with a Dremel tool.
Uh-huh.
So I did the main route, but I had to do it a couple of times and then test it. So yeah, there's at least a couple hours in doing this. And the same on this, because I never thought about that. Once I strung it up, I go, oh shit. Of course, the strings are gonna hit the surround, but now it's right. And I'm excited to get it painted and back to the guy.
Isn't that something when you, I don't know how, like, when I do refrets and I'm like, I think I could move this neck with this refret. And then, but you just never know, do you? Like, there's no way to know how much you're going to move a neck exactly with one. Unless it's like,
This neck is one of the most rare necks that I've ever had, because it's beautifully straight and adjusted. It's
Is it a
hard. You never see that.
is it a double rod?
Yep. It's just a really good neck.
A really good neck at the wrong angle.
We didn't take any finish off the neck. We fretted, didn't have to level it.
Uh-huh.
And Dave Fliss did this.
What did he do?
He put the frets on it.
He did the frets?
At least took off the hardware. If we do it in steps like that, we discovered when it was fretted that something had to go with the bridge. The original bridge is shitty anyway, horrible machine work. This one's nice. I forget who makes it, but it could be Hibshot for all I know.
Yeah.
It's a hunk of nice plating, very adjustable. And we painted it inside just with the brush. At least we mixed up some black lacquer and brushed it so you don't really see white wood.
Uh-huh.
Now we're gonna go spray this wedge. It had to be tapered wedge to work. Lower at the treble side. And that went through the drum sander. Shimmed up so that when it sanded it flush, it was thin at one end and 3/16 at the other. You know
How
the
close,
deal. Huh?
how close is that Rick pickup to one of the old lap steel pickups? Is that almost the same thing, or is it different?
I don't know. It doesn't look like one.
It doesn't?
I don't think so. It's just a big ass pickup. Heavy
This is-
thing.
This is the one. Can you see this one?
Oh, yeah, that's something different.
That's something different.
Yeah. Let me see that again. Oh, man, I don't know.
I just,
This is a 4-pole piece, but I can't see inside that one, but that could be very much the same.
yeah, I'm wondering if they just thought that was a great design and stuck with it.
Kind of cool look.
It is. It makes it tough to figure out where your strings go though. And like, is the whole thing magnetized too? Does it like drag on the strings a little bit with the magnets?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Hi, Elise.
Hi, everyone.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Are you vaccinated?
Yes, I'm vaccinated. That's why we're able to not wear a mask anymore.
Oh, that's awesome. How normal does that?
What'd you say?
I said, how normal does that feel?
I don't know. I'm still adjusting to it because sometimes I'll realize that it's off and I'm like, oh shit, I should probably have this on. But then I realize what's happening.
Give that a quick 220, just dust sanding it, and we'll spray it one more time.
Okay.
So somebody was asking about the bridge jacks. Do you got any? You got
About the
any
what?
about the brace jacks? You got any of the brace jacks going anymore?
I mean, making them?
Yeah.
Well, I have this box full of them that I got to deliver to all the people that said they wanted them. I just kind of fell off the radar. I have a whole toolbox devoted to these.
Oh man. I'll tell you what, you get those going. I think you give Frank's Cranks a run for their money.
You can give what?
You give Frank's Cranks a run for the money.
Frank's crank. You mean the
Yeah.
string winder?
Yeah, Frank's string winder. You know, Frank came to the Luthalong the other day, and we all twirled our string winders at him. It was really fun.
Oh, I wish I had seen that.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get him back on, and we'll get you on at the same time so we can tell tales out of school.
He makes some wild Frank cranks.
Yeah, he does.
Mine is tortoise. I think I have one in rosewood too. Isn't that pretty?
Dan, how long does it for when you melt celluloid together with acetone? How long does it take for it to completely cure out? I got this piece I did yesterday, and it's like super bendy still.
Well, it might always be bendy.
Oh, okay.
I always think you can work on it pretty damn quick. You can't really scrape it or file on it till the next day.
Yeah.
You know, when it's sometimes you can push it up and be working on it in an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And
You got George's book. What were you looking at George's book for?
George's book, it just sits there and look at serial numbers, information. And that's his old one. Check
Do you
serial numbers.
Do you like that book, or do you find it hard to use?
I like it. I don't find it hard to use. Once you had it, as long as I've had this one, you know what you want out of it, and you know how to find it. And it doesn't have everything in there, but there's a lot of info. When they changed from ebony to this, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And are you putting that binding on one strip at a time?
I will be. I'm just doing the the heel area right now, tie blocks or whatever.
I bet you'll be glad to get that done.
Yeah, it's going well. I had a little bit of a problem because I did this Mac True Channel for routing the binding off, which it worked well. But when I got down to a certain size, I didn't realize that the bearing, when you screwed it down to the bit, the bearing kind of locked up because one side was free and one side was washer. So I had a locked bearing for one cut. So
Ooh.
I kind of messed up the finish in one spot. But I found out that the Chroma Buster plus the red brown mahogany is like it's pretty right on for the scratch. So this, I don't know if you can see this, but this spot right here was all down to bare wood.
Wow.
And it touched up really nice, like total plausible deniability.
But did you have lacquer too?
I haven't even put lacquer on it yet.
So that's just Chroma Buster with straight dye in it?
Yeah, Chroma Buster, a little bit of shellac, and then red mahogany trans tint. And I mean, it was like no screwing around. Those three things, and it was like a little bit of handiness with a paintbrush, and it was pretty much gone.
So you can spray shellac and along with Chroma Buster.
No, I don't spray shellac. That I put on with a hand, like with just a regular paintbrush.
But did you mix it with the shellac?
I did, but in a cup, and then I just used the cup for getting my paintbrush into.
So Chroma Buster is compatible with shellac.
Yeah, so Chroma Buster is actually, if you talk to Jeff, this big bottle of shellac flat is what he sells as Chroma Buster. I've been using it so much that that I bought the big bottle of shellac flat. So, but it's basically, he's got stuff to make it go into shellac in here. So it's really great for like, if you are like me and use shellac as a medium, like it's pretty great for mixing into shellac, but it's just amorphous silica. So I lost your picture, Dan.
So you haven't put lacquer over it yet. That's what.
No. I know it's gonna be good. Hey, that's that new compressor. How you liking that thing?
I do. Nice. Spray girl.
I'm so embarrassed that I'm on camera.
I like that compressor.
Yeah.
I haven't had one in this shop for quite a while. I loaned it to Blake when the pandemic came over. I think at one point I just said, keep it. And this one isn't nearly as loud as that, so I can live with this one.
Hey, Dan, say hi to James Gay. He's in the chat. You know James?
Yeah. Hi, James.
He's coming back to the States.
Where is he now?
He's in Singapore.
Oh,
Yep.
I want to get my friend Carl in. He's in. He was in Hong Kong, but
Is he
he's
still-
over. He went to Taiwan until things blow over.
Yeah, it's pretty sketchballs there.
I want to get him on board with us.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to interview him.
He's a definite fun man.
Should we take a look at this thing you sent me?
Sure.
Kind of excited to get your tutelage on it.
So I'm thinking on this one, the wisest way on this Martin is to take the bridge plate off now. Instead
Yeah.
of putting the bridge on it. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, because I'll tell you one thing I like to do is so I'll get it started from the inside, and then one of the things I would do is like poke down through the bridge pin hole and then start working stuff in between the top and the bridge plate through the bridge pin hole. Does that make any sense?
Uh-huh.
Like
You can't
just
get
start-
much, you can't get much through those holes.
No, you can't. It's mostly like I just put like a little like dowel in there, just give it light downward pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So I guess I'll go ahead and take it out, but I better buy it first.
I would buy it before you take it out. That's for sure.
I'll call him today.
Dan, I gotta tell you, like I love my DeWalt tool stuff, but this little vacuum that I bought with the that comes with the battery thing, it sucks so bad, and not in a good way. I wish I wouldn't have bought it. Ah, I gotta tell you, I like my Raiders of the Lost Ark crate that you sent me.
What?
You sent me this thing in a Raiders of the Lost Ark crate.
Oh, right. There's a lot of work there.
Yeah, you got top men working on it apparently.
I wasn't pissing around.
So how did you come by this thing? And you're just loaning me this, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean about those vacuum cleaners. This one, it's really not doing it for me.
Yeah. I think I gotta have a
Have you tried this one?
oh that's adorable. Would that work on the inside of the guitar? Like for getting into the
Sure.
tone balls and stuff?
Yeah. It's hilarious. It does work.
So Tony Murphy is wondering. He has an ES335 kit he's constructing with a lovely spalted maple top. In prepping the top, I've hit glue in a couple of places and the stain won't take. You got any suggestion for that, Dan? Tony,
Nothing that you wouldn't have. Probably spray a little shellac over it, and
yeah, I think he's trying to stain to bare wood, but Tony, put in the chat what kind of glue it is.
who made the kit?
Or who made the kit, yeah.
There's actually some nice kits out there for semi-hollow bodies that I've seen.
Yeah.
One's very expensive. It's made by a guy up near Bryan in Michigan, but it's as good as the Gibson. He's a serious woodworker. If somebody wanted to make a real one,
Do you want me to take that over?
give me a little hammer.
Hammer?
I want to get that piece of wood out of there.
Dan, how should I take this box apart? Should I take the top off? Or
Back
should
then,
take
I remembered. I think, does it have instructions on it?
It says this side up, please. And other than that, all I see is an address. Should I just start
This side
ripping it?
up. You'll find out in the first few screws. I forget, but yes, it does. I think the front has to come off for sure.
Okay.
Damn.
What's going on there? You sound consternated.
What happened?
Dropped my little plug that I just made.
I don't know.
Around the roof with it. It's this hole.
Yeah.
It'll be back in here somewhere. Give it a good search. And then. Just pull that. Yeah, I'll pull that out. It could be underneath here. I can give you, I'll push it back. You can sweep it. Just sweep this. Stick it in the back and sweep forward. Ready? There it is.
Dan, did you glue this too?
Did I what?
Did you glue this too?
No. I doubt it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the front has to come off. Then I think it'll slide out.
I'm excited.
Me too.
This thing.
Okay. Easy.
So does this require being someplace stable to get set up properly and then just not mess with where it's at?
Say that one more time.
Does this require, should I dedicate a space to this so that I can, in order to get precision, do I need to have it like kind of in one spot and not get moved around a lot, or is this something I can?
No.
No?
I keep mine's like this.
Hold on.
It's on a board.
And you move it around the shop as you need it?
Yeah, I put it up on the shelf.
Cool.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yep.
Are you on a tripod? Can you put back so we can see you?
I'm gonna get that filming gal. Be careful putting it in, it'll turn it off. All those buttons. Here you go.
Oh, you sent me a little center drill.
Coming over here.
Camera girl.
Oh, wow, Dan, this is really cool. Should I snip these tie straps or
Huh?
should I snip these tie straps?
Yeah.
Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba. Damn, where were these made at?
What's what made of?
The MCO, where are these guys from?
Austria.
Austria.
Mhm. It's it's like Swiss technology. It's a little jeweler's lathe.
Oh my God, look at this little vise.
Yeah, that'll be one of your favorite vices for all kinds of stuff.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Okay, so what's step number one here, do you suppose?
I'd say put the tailpiece on.
Is this the tailpiece?
Yep. Everything's
I'm gonna vacuum everything real quick.
all that stuff is 5 mm. The big nuts.
Oh, look at this. Oh my God. Okay, so the tailpiece.
Tailpiece has a little bar that goes underneath the ways there.
Oh,
You can bring that over here.
Tripod.
you know, Dana. What's
Yeah, I gotta
worse-
raise it though. Where do I do that? Here.
Say
Do you
what?
not want it higher?
No.
You wanted that? Okay.
There's what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm not passing the Mensa test today. Yeah, I got that. How does that slide in there?
It just goes. At least get on that. It
Yeah,
goes crosswise across. Then it tightens with 5 mm.
Have enough room here. What's going on here? Feels like not enough space or something. Oh, I see. That's not going all the way down. What's going on here? Oh, okay, I see. Oop. I didn't realize that block was threaded on there.
Yeah, and the threads on the front side towards you,
Yeah, there we go.
just like you can see on mine.
Do you make these brass pieces?
Yeah, let's get the medium super glue and some
Accelerated? Okay.
Okay, I think we're solid. All right.
Will 10 work? 'Cause the only
Let's take a look. Let me see a front shot of your lathe. Okay. I can't zoom on that either, can I?
No, but you could pull the, if you wanted to, you could pull the meet up on your computer. If you go to the link on the computer, you can just open another link.
At the same time?
Yeah, you gotta mute your computer though. You gotta turn the audio off on your computer and mute your computer.
Right. Okay, first I'm gonna glue this little piece on. You can come around here. I just picked it up.
Okay.
Just try to hold it carefully.
Okay.
Oh, man, I need sit-ups.
We only have black medium glue. So is it 10 okay?
No, it's that blue bottle.
The blue bottle? Okay.
I'll use this for that.
Pro finish.
How's it going there?
Going good. I'm waiting for my orders from Commander Dan.
Okay, I'm just putting a little glue on this thing.
Okay.
See it?
Let me see. Oh, are you cutting a plug now?
Nope, I'm just gonna glue it on, and then we'll get,
Oh, okay.
I can use the tailstock as my clamp.
Oh, okay.
If I did a good job, that'll hold.
Well, you won't know until you spool it up.
I won't know until I start cutting it.
Elise, do you have your safety glasses on?
No, I don't. I need to get me some.
You
I
have your
need to
hair?
get me some.
You have
I
all
have, because
that?
I'm close up. I am very close up. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. You may
Kind of
want to.
crappy how you can't zoom in on here. Like on
Yeah.
Zoom.
Yeah, it's counterintuitive, isn't it? You
Yeah.
think Zoom allow you to zoom.
Yeah, you think you could zoom on Zoom.
Uh-oh.
Susan's calling you. Do you want me to decline it?
You can take a call.
Susan, yeah.
Oh, no, just I'll get her. Okay, then. Can you, let me see that phone.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Can you hear me?
I can, yeah.
No, I'm at the meeting. Can you see me on?
I cannot see you.
No?
No.
Okay, I'm trying to, it's not working. It's not working too good for me.
Well, I bet Elise can get you going.
I mean, I can see myself. I see you. Can you see me?
Yep, I can see you.
Cool. Then I can pin you. I'm hearing my own voice.
Yeah, you gotta mute you gotta
The
mute
phone?
the computer.
Oh, I see.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, you gotta turn the volume off on the computer.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Forget it. That doesn't work.
That's all right.
Right.
We're just figuring things out.
Trying to get on this Zoom with Ian, but.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out with like double screens.
Hello. Oh. That's not gonna work.
There's a button on your keyboard that has the mute button up there. That's where the volume up and volume down is. If you hit that, it's going to sort out that.
It's this button.
You hear me?
sort out that-
Hear me?
Yep.
It's still doing it.
Just a little bit. For some reason, it's impossible to turn the phone down all the way. But I think if you moved away from if you moved away from the computer, it might work a little bit.
Okay.
Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Hi,
Okay,
Joe.
I can see you. Any news?
It's horrible. I have no idea how to work on this computer.
Hello. Now the volume's off here.
Right, so can you turn the volume up there and have it off on that one?
I'm gonna see.
You know what? I'm going to mute your computer.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Because I used to really like it. Did you? I was gonna give it to you. He says, why don't you see if it's on you?
Hey, Ian.
That's awesome. I mean, it kind of doesn't surprise me though. It's been discontinued for 10 years. Crazy. Oh, stupid. That's awesome. Yeah, oh my God, that's a and buy our page shipping.
Testing.
What deal? Oh my gosh. I'm sure you.
Okay.
Did you find your-
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
Has this in my cupboard, 'cause I used to wear. it.
Okay, girls.
Yeah. Want me to go
Bye, John.
No, just go out and talk.
Bye, I'm done. I'm going to the post office.
What?
I'm going to the post office.
What's happening now?
Well, let's see. You want to show me the next step on hooking my machine up?
Yeah. I wish I
think
could be. You put that bar on, didn't you?
I did. Should I take that off?
Did you look at it in the book to see how to do it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got the it had
Yep,
the reset for the cap screws.
And that's really important that they're nestled in properly and tight. I
Yeah.
don't know why I'm still getting the echo.
It might be-
You know what? Go ahead and exit the call on the computer. I think we'll have to like figure that out.
I'm closing out.
Yeah, just close out one on your computer.
I did.
Perfect.
I'm out.
Now,
Now, first thing you want to do is ignore that column and just use the little thing. Use it as a lathe.
yeah. So do I put the motor on somehow?
That's in your book.
Oh,
It's
okay.
pretty-
So
I can show you on this one too.
let me see on the book.
Elise will carry the camera here. Come around this side. Okay. Can you see me?
Let me see. Yeah.
You see these two bolts?
Yeah.
I'm just going to loosen this. One, two.
So the
And
motor
there's a-
goes.
See, there's a little secondary belt that goes vertically.
Yeah. Yep.
That, you twist that in an 8 when you put it on. If you twist it one way, it goes in reverse. So I'm taking that off. I can push it off on the bottom, way down on the bottom. Now that is loose. See it?
Hold on one second. Yes.
That's the little one. Now I can just close this up and twist the motor off.
Okay. So it's, can you look on my screen really quick? It's this screw right here.
There's 2 hex nuts that hold the bracket on. Right? Towards
Oh,
the top.
They're back here. Okay, I see.
They're right here.
Yeah. So I don't take those all the way out. I just slide this on.
Yeah, that'll just ratchet on and off.
Oh, that's nice.
It's just a little clumsy.
I gotta grab a wrench.
Now my motor's off.
Do you tighten these bolts up pretty good?
At the end, I'd leave them alone for now because you just took the motor off.
Okay.
Oh, did you take it off?
I think you had to get. a
No,
wrench.
I put it on. Did you want me to
Okay.
take it off?
No, I'll put mine back on. Now you have a fixture back there on the board that it came on, which is slides down on that column for to hold the mill.
This guy, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And if you look at your book, you'll see, but that slides down there.
Cool, but we're gonna use the lathe first, right?
Yeah, you could leave it up there for now.
You think it's okay to have it all together?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had 2 motors, you can use both whenever you want to.
Oh, okay. How does the motor drive the mill? I guess I got the mill on upside down too.
It just V belts again. It's pretty amazing. Let's put the motor, I'll put my motor back on.
So how does the belt get up there? Oh, the motor attaches to the column.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put my motor back on.
Okay. That's pretty slick.
It is. I mean, it's very well made. The motor on yours I bought a couple of years ago to have an extra because the machine came without a motor. And I sort of bought that so I'd never be without one. But
So
think-
what's this extra pulley up here for?
when you say extra pulley,
Oh, well, I guess I'm assuming it hooks onto this one, right?
you still have the little teeny belt hanging down from the inside of the pulley?
Mm. I guess there's one that goes,
There should be a short one that hangs down.
yeah, I see the one that hangs down, and then I got this bigger one that was separate, right?
Yeah, so the one that hangs down goes onto that bottom pulley straight down that is attached to the lead screw,
Yeah,
and you put a twist in it.
yeah, I see that. That one came already set up.
Is it still on? Can't be on now. If you
Yeah,
took it.
it was on when it shipped, it looks like.
Okay, then you never took your motor off.
No, the motor was off. Wait a second, wait a second. Are you talking about, hold on a second. Can you see me? Are you talking about this one right here?
Mm,
Here I go.
this having in black. No, there's the tiny one.
I got this
That's
one.
and then there's a little one on the front pulley. Oh, I see. Okay. You're missing one small belt. It's either
Okay.
hanging off the motor or
I got a bag of, I got another bag of stuff.
you know. If you give me this view,
Let me see. Well, I think that's this one, right?
no,
Show me the one that you're talking about.
this little one. It's so hard to do. That hangs
yeah.
down.
Yeah, that one's twisted on to the lead screw, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Is it-
that one.
Okay.
That one was that one. You didn't take that one off in there, so let me see here.
Okay.
It's this one. It's this one, right?
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, that one's already on.
Then I'm putting mine back on.
Okay. So can I put my motor back on?
Yep.
Tony's already making a meme of me. Does that have a brake?
No.
So what so to start off with, which pulleys do I want to be engaged?
I'd put these two right here. This one and that one.
Big one and little?
Yeah. That's what I got.
How hard is it to get new belts for these?
Not hard.
That's good news. Tell you one thing, metric wrench game is pretty sad.
The what?
My metric wrench game, I don't got one. I mean, I got metric wrenches, but they're all from Harbor Freight, and they're all pretty
Yeah,
sloppy.
you want to get, I'd get a good one because you'll use them a lot. Damn.
What should I do? Like a dowel to take a test pass on?
I put a little wood doll in it.
So there's two cutter things on here already.
Okay.
There's something already on the, is there anything already fastened into the carriage?
Yeah, there is. There's like two blocks with cutters in them. I'm not sure the terminology for them.
I guess I'd have to see it closer.
You guys stay closer.
Yeah, it's way too far away.
These guys.
Okay, that's just giving you ideas what they do. You wouldn't have them both on at once.
Okay.
I'd get rid of the black one and use the brass one.
Okay. I can do.
It's got a cutoff tool in it, just like what I have here. I'm still trying to get my little belt back on. It is a pain. I better go do something.
What do you think, Chuck or center point?
I'll be there in a second. I put the center.
Dan, are you still there?
Yeah,
All right.
putting out a little fire. Let's do that fire. So hard.
Yeah.
What's he up to? You there?
I am.
So best for me to see a front version view of that.
Okay. How's that work?
Yeah, you got a dowel in it.
Not yet. What am I using for the key on this?
There should be two little, what they call Tommy bars.
That's these guys.
Yep.
What do I do though?
One direction opens, one direction closes.
Wait, are these threaded or?
No, they just stick in the holes and you move them towards each other or apart.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, one closes tight and the other opens the jaws.
Okay.
Try this apart.
Should I go with the square piece?
There you go.
What's he say?
What'd you say, Ian?
Square piece or round piece?
Hard piece or round piece?
Will it hold a square?
I'm looking. Oh, I'd put a round dowel in it.
Okay.
You can come through the tailstock end. It'll slide through and out. You can slide that dowel right through the spindle too when you want to. I'm still trying to wrap my damn. So hard.
It's just such an awkward spot. Too.
Are you having problems getting that thing back on?
Oh, it's always a bitch to relearn with a little trick to get it. It's difficult. Not once you get in the mood.
Okay. I think I'm. Oh, this is exciting.
So close.
At least you laughing because you don't think it's exciting.
No, Dan almost had it on and then he was like, motherfucker. Couldn't
Uh-oh.
get it. So close. Do you want me to try?
There's not room for one finger down in there, much less two.
And I was gonna say like what I could just put my pointer down there.
Elise, can you pull the camera back a little bit so I can see?
That like that, is that good?
No. Never had this much trouble. Then it's if I gotta go in the right direction. rest of them.
Please do not lose a finger.
What's he up to?
Who?
You.
Me? I'm
Yeah.
just, I'm hoping you're okay.
I'm okay. It's just really tough today.
I think I'm almost ready for taking my first cut here.
I bet you are.
You wanna
can
check?
put the live center on the end, right?
Yeah, is that this thingy?
Yep. You point that in and lock it.
Okay. And what do I do to lock it? I mean, I tightened this guy. I
Yep.
sent this
And then you tighten tighten the one on the top too.
this guy, right?
Closer to the front of that block.
Like about like that.
This one.
Oh, that one. Oh wait, I don't have a nut there.
You don't?
And this, what does that go
Yeah.
into?
There's no nut in there?
Let me show you.
There's no bolt?
There's no bolt in this one.
I can't see it. Go back, go the other way. Yeah. Well, that's weird.
I have a bolt here. I have an extra bolt.
Then I'd put it in there and see if it fits. Those are all the same.
Huh. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, there's no nut on the other side.
Uh-huh.
There's supposed to be a nut on the other side.
I'm looking. Yep, damn it. It'll still work, but you're gonna want to get that.
I'm gonna want to what?
You're gonna need to
Oh.
get one to lock that quill, but it should still work.
Yeah, let me see.
I'll have a bolt here. I just have to find one. I doubt it could have rattled off.
Well, this bolt was actually in a bag. I don't see it.
You don't have an extra bolt and a hex nut.
In metric, I don't think I do. Let me double check. I could run to Home Depot though and grab one, no problem.
But try it anyway, it'll work.
Yeah, can I take cut?
I think so. If you're holding it tight and it's chucked up tight, you could plug it in.
Okay. Okay. Now I turn it on.
Press the button on the back down. That's a toggle switch.
So there's a 1, a 0, and a 2. Which one do I?
I
Which
do the
direction?
one that's the slowest one.
Okay.
Is it turning?
Yeah. Looks like it's got just a little bit of wobble to it.
Is it holding well at the live center end?
Seems like it.
Then run your cutter bit just until it just touches. And roll it along by hand and see how it looks. Is it cutting?
It is, yeah.
Now go down, let go of that and go down and press the button on the lead screw in.
What's the
That-
button on the lead screw? This one?
Yep,
What do I do with it?
just shove it in.
What does that do?
It should be under power now.
Oh, okay.
You get the most accurate cut that way.
Okay. So it's not gonna get into the truck though, is it?
Into the what?
It's not gonna go down and foul on the truck, is it?
If you don't stop it, it will.
Oh, well, okay.
You just pull it back out. You don't want it to hit the chuck.
I figured.
No, unplug it. Now you could turn it off for a second. What you really want to do is slide your brass block like this. So it's much closer to the left-hand side of the carriage.
Okay. What does that
And
do?
it's- You can get closer to the chuck.
Oh, okay.
You can slide that brass block right out to the edge of the cross piece there.
Oh, there's a stop here, right? So if I go like this, then it won't get into the chuck, right?
Not necessarily. It could. No, you could run right into the
Oh,
chuck
yeah.
with your
Okay.
carriage.
Okay.
Absolutely. So you want to bring that brass block over to the left-hand side. Then you can cut
Oh.
much closer.
Okay.
And then you tighten it down square there, so your cutter bit is at right angles to the cut.
Okay. Okay, well, let me try taking another cut here. Because I had that, probably wasn't taking as nice of a cut. So, do I sharpen this cutter just like I sharpen a chisel blade, or?
Sure. You go to a grinder and just sharpen the face of it, and you can put the top of it down.
I'm loving all these creative terms today.
It's just really hard. I want to get it working.
Dan, do I need to keep my ponytail out of this?
Okay, what?
Do I need to make sure to keep my ponytail out of this?
What do you say?
Should I keep my ponytail out of this?
Doesn't matter. Just don't get it into the lead screw.
Okay.
You never have to put it under power. You can do everything by hand.
This is pretty nice.
It's there's a lot you can do with it.
So can I adjust my cut, and then if I go down one direction and then I want to take another cut, can I adjust my cut towards the chuck and work back towards the live center?
Well, it's not really protocol, but if
Okay,
you're rough cutting, you can.
okay, that's all I wanted to know.
It doesn't hurt anything.
So as
And-
protocol, you definitely start with the cutter off of the project. You don't like lean it into the project and then turn it
Yeah.
on, right?
Yep, get a little touch to it, and then if you're really trying to center something, you get a little bite, but not too much, and you run it down a couple inches and slowly bring it to round. I'm sick of this.
I know.
I've done it 100
Ugh.
times.
Maybe
It's
it's
just
because you're
not
on
happening.
camera this time.
And I was turning it the wrong way. And that's my own problem.
Is there a lock on this where I go into the cut and I can lock this knob to make sure that it doesn't move, or is that just,
If you lock the carriage, there's that hex 5mm right in the center of your cross carriage.
oh, okay.
See it? Right here.
Let me see.
See
Okay.
that? Is that what you mean?
No, I was meaning on the turn dial here. What's this called? The thing that I'm turning right now?
That's the handle.
The handle, that's a good name for it.
No, that is the cross slide.
Okay, so when I get the cut that I want, do I lock this or anything, or does that remain?
No, you
Is that-
shouldn't really have to.
Okay,
And that's all controlled by the little adjustment screws on the side of that block.
these
No.
things?
Yeah, those control the there's a
ten-
little wedge in on the right hand side.
the
You
wed-
have the-
Ah.
it's just like a lathe or a milling machine.
Okay,
Those are called Gibbs, Gibs, Gibbs,
okay,
and that's what tightens it to the V'd ways that it's tightening to. So it always takes up slack. If you tighten those screws too tight, you won't be able to cross slide it. But you shouldn't have to do anything with that.
so if I was gonna go to a specific measurement on this, what would I do? Would I dial this in to where it was just touching, and then use these marks on here to figure out
Yes.
how much cut I wanted?
These are metric. So
Oh,
if you have,
okay,
if your lead screw there is nice and snug and tight, if you set it on 0, then there's no backlash, which takes a bit of adjusting to make that happen. It's all in the book. I believe if you move 2 marks, that's 4 thousandths.
okay,
It doesn't read out in fractions the way I'm used to on American machines.
okay,
And then 4 marks would equal 8 thousandths. You
okay,
can find that by testing and measuring. And that's a cutoff tool that you're using, not really the cutting tool.
yeah. And the cutting tool is the something more like this one here.
And let me see a little closer. That's one kind of a cutting tool, yep. Sometimes they're a snub round nose. And that's an easy tool. And I can give you the next little lesson on the lathe downstairs. Everything's bigger and easier to see.
Okay. Well,
But you-
you want to stop for today, and we'll get some real working done, and then we'll reconvene next Friday.
That'd be fine.
Well,
And if you look
thank-
through your book, you'll see.
Oh
really
yeah,
easy-
no, I'm gonna do a deep dive on the book.
That'll
No,
show
what-
you how to mount the milling machine motor up on the head. And then you have this killer little mill. I used to make ABR1 Tunematic saddles with it.
Oh man, that would be uptown.
And I did it because I wanted certain sizes that I couldn't get.
Uh-huh.
And now I can get the sizes that I wanted then. And I'm not into that kind of stuff so much anymore. That kind of job. And I also did it because I wanted to do it. right now, I'm just gonna try to cut this little piece down on my machine.
Uh-huh.
It may fly off because I glued it on pretty quickly. I can show you a movie of this. Elise
All
can
right.
shoot it right there. It probably might pop right off. I'm just touching it and cleaning it. Touch a little more. I'm using a cutoff tool just because it works. It's not the best way. And it's sticking out pretty far, so it probably has some wobble to it. But it seems to be holding up. I'll be able to bring this down to size, just oversized of that hole in the little Martin tenor.
Oh, that's cool.
And I can even put a taper on it. I haven't
Well,
gotten my secondary belt on yet. Using a
Awesome.
cutoff tool it's cutting straight in. So going sideways like this is kind of bearing against it from the side.
Oh, okay.
If this tool had a round shape on the nose, only a slight part touches, just like the diamond nut file, where just the only part touched the on the same tangent as the piece. I'm taking a wide cut because this is a heavy 16th thickness cutter, so, but I'm going small, so it's working.
Hey, Dan,
Yep.
can you stop for a second and say goodbye to everybody? I'm gonna end the stream.
Because I'm out of batteries.
All right, man.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Dan. I'll call you later on and we'll talk about the next episode.
Okay, thanks.
Take care, man.
You too. Bye.